Okay, everybody, well, we're going to do something a little different today. I don't normally do a top-down, facing my desk kind of animation. We're going to talk about storyboarding. You can find storyboards online for free. I'll probably link to an example of a storyboard, but I have these. Maybe I'll even upload these. Maybe I'll upload them to my Google Drive or something. But so you're going to have to forgive me as I adjust my camera and hope that it stays in place. So a storyboard is just a way to plan out what you're going to do. So I want to plan out my animation and I want to include a few key things. So a storyboard is a way of showing what's going to happen and also knowing exactly kind of where you're going and where you want to end. So I want to include some key things. In my animation, I want to make sure I include an establishing shot. So my first shot, I'm just going to draw a horizon. I'm going to pretend this is my beach, and I'm going to have a tree and another tree, and I'm not caring about how well this is drawn. I just want to get the basic sizes of my character. My character is going to be very small. It's going to be a wide shot showing the character on the beach. Okay, and then I'm going to write down shot 1, establishing. And if you watch any movie or show, there are establishing shots. Let me see if I can get this a little better focus. Sorry. No, not better. Better. There we go. Okay, and establishing shot is just that first shot. It's usually a very wide shot where you can see far away. Now, character is waving. So I'm going to write a description of what the character is doing. And I'm also going to put in about how long I want that action to last. I'm just going to say 1 to 2 seconds, which would be 10 to 20 frames. Okay, and that's just because I'm animating at 10 frames per second. Depending on what you animate at, that'll change. Okay, so my next shot is going to be closer, and I'm going to put this horizon up here, and I'm going to make the tree. So my character is going to be much larger on the screen. We're going to see his whole body. We'll see the trunks of the trees going up here. He's right between those two trees in this spot here. And now this is it's shot 2. And this is a wide shot because I can see his whole body. Okay? And character finishes wave. And there's my description, and that will be another 1 to 2 seconds or 10 to 20 frames. So I'm doing this planning so that my team, for example, one team can work on this frame, another team can work on shot 2, another team can work on shot 3. So this is going to be a close-up. So I'm going to write close-up. I know that I want to change my shots so they're not all the same. I don't want them all to be one long, boring animation that all happens in one exact background. So this one is going to be like the character up close and he's scratching his head. Okay, and we might see a little bit of the tree over here, we might see a little bit of the tree over there, and we see that line of the horizon because that's where it was compared to his head. And this is a close-up. I'm sorry if the quality of the video is hard to read. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. So this is a close-up, and I'm going to make that last maybe 2 seconds, which would be 20 frames, and he scratches his head. And I'm going to write scratches head like he's confused. Okay? Then it's going to go, and I want to see if I can get this a little bit better. Oh, this camera is pretty sensitive there. There we go. That's a little easier to read. So then for this one, I'm going to do another wide shot. So shot 4 is going to be wide, and it's going to go back out to the original size here from the very first shot. You'll remember in this shot, okay? And we've got our tree, we've got our other tree, and we have our character right between the trees, and we're going to have another character walk in, and I'm going to indicate an action by just putting an arrow like this character is walking in. New character enters. I'm going to make my opening shot, or this kind of shot where I have an action, last a little bit longer. So I might even say 2 to 3 seconds, which would be 20 to 30 frames. And so I'm storyboarding it, and now I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm actually doing. So let me pull up here. And you're gonna see a picture of my screen. Let me pull this up here. How do I make that go away? There we go. Sorry, you're seeing a preview of my screen there. Okay, so you're seeing my animation, and now with my storyboard, there's my wide shot, and he's waving, and then there's the moving in closer, and then the close-up with the scratching the head, and then it pulls back, and he's still scratching his head, and he turns, and he faces, and there's another character, and it continues on, and I change shots more. So, there's a little piece of what I do when I'm animating. It's not perfect, but I like to have a storyboard. I like to have a plan, especially if we're working. So we're working in teams. We're working with multiple people. So we're trying to get our story straight, basically, so that when we start working on it, we spend lots of time animating a scene, that it comes out the way we want it to. So I hope this helps understand the process. And there you go, storyboards. We're gonna do that. That's a button.